Last time on Knights of the Rolled Table, the party of Delleth, Saeleas, Jerrick, Sarsa, and Randall are sent to investigate strange goings-on in the frozen land of Adelsi. Lord Corvax, Delleth's estranged father, runs a caravan to a mysterious contest, promising the ultimate prize to the winner. Randall goes with the competitors, while the others uncover Delleth's brother Popel in the dungeons of the keep, seemingly turned into a vampire. After escaping a werewolf bodyguard and vampire soldiers in the dungeon, Delleth and Popel and the rest of the party find clues left by Lord Corvax in their childhood bedroom. And the party flees to catch up with Randall and the caravan, somewhere in the frozen tundra.
So we're heading towards the Frostfang Mountains. Each one of you, first of all, is riding this winter steed, which is a giant sort of Clydesdale fuzzy, furry horse. Susanna informs you as you're kind of trotting along. None of these horses have names. I don't feel like naming them with, branding and ownership is fair to them. But if for the purposes of feeling like you are riding somebody that you have a connection with, if you want to name your horse for the purpose of this journey, that is fair. So each one of you can describe your horse, your winter steed. I'll let you just to kind of decide what color it is, if it's like a maple color or whatever, and then describe your horse, and then describe what its name is. Its temporary title.
The one I'm riding is like very furry and like white gray, and like just a little bit of speckled, and because he's very strong in the legs, I decided to call him Coach.
Nice. Okay, so Saeleas and Susanna are riding Coach, and Susanna's like, "Who? All right, whatever."
It was a good friend. Still is.
Sure.
Great calves.
Jerrick is riding a very light gray horse with a long mane, and he named it Gouda.
Gouda?
I think Sarsa would go for like a black, like stallion, like probably the biggest, beefiest horse of the bunch. So I'm just gonna go ahead and claim that.
Mm-hmm.
And she'd name it Brat.
Brat? All right.
Right? She's just a little brat. I guess he's a brat.
Okay.
You know what? Let's too. Hang on, let's come with.
Do you want to name it after like a whiskey or a port or like some sort of?
Let's name him Jameson.
Jameson. Okay. Jameson. All right. That's good. Delleth, I will let you name your horse and also your brother's horse.
Okay, great. Well, my brother is riding a horse that's kind of like salt and pepper and older looking than the other horses, but is also grumpier looking. And we'll name my brother's horse Hitchens.
Hitchens. Okay.
Hitchens. And then my horse is very light colored, almost the color of the snow, maybe a little bit darker than that, and then has a straight mane that kind of like swoops over the head, so it kind of looks like a hairdo or whatever. And my horse's name is Aerosmith the horse.
Okay. And Popel's like, I don't understand what that's coming from.
You wouldn't. You've been trapped in a dungeon too long. You're not a man of the world.
It must be something from the from Castor. So
it goes over your head. It's fine. It's fine.
I don't understand your references, brother. But
wouldn't Fletcher be shorter? I mean, the same thing.
No, I feel like you've got some letters crossed.
All right. Each of you is riding on your winter steed, and Susanna is leading you forward a little bit further after some getting used to your horses. Oh, you know what? Just for the fun of it, let's have everybody roll an animal handling check to see. This is going to determine how well you get along with your horse.
Do you want me to roll 2 for me and Popo?
I'll actually roll for James.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
16. Jameson and I get along pretty okay.
It's all my dice. 18.
Okay. That's good.
I have a +1 to animal handling, and I rolled a nat 1, so that's a 2. Gouda does not like Jerrick.
Gouda is bad.
Jerrick always get the hardest. Like
Gouda every once in a while just does that thing the horses do, and they just kind of stop. It's like, ah! And you hit your nose a couple of times on his neck, like, Gouda. Well, that's okay because Popo rolled a 4 and he's got a +2, so he got a 6, which is not great. So I think instead of just being rude, you said he was an older horse, Carlos. So yeah. I think Hitchens is just kind of every once in a while will kind of like slow down and sort of look around to sort of get distracted, like he's having a bit of elderly
senior moment.
Horse senior moment. Yeah, horse senior moment. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Delleth rolled an 18.
Okay.
So
Aerosmith is you are locked in.
Oh yes, they
with
prance
Aerosmith the horse. So all of you have some sort of relationship with your horse companion, and Susanna also, as you continue to ride, and there's some kind of a little bit of awkwardness with getting used to your horses after a bit. She's also kind of telling you that the reasons for the Frostfang Mountains is to kind of protect Rimeharbor, but also as you go further, there will be some dangers that you have to watch out for. So she warns, she says, well, sometimes the interior of the caves can be a little bit sensitive, so try to keep your voices down, no loud noises or anything that could cause reverberation and sounds, because cave-ins have been known to happen when it gets really loud. The other thing is there are some critters and creatures that are liable to call this environment home, so we'll be traveling pretty swiftly, and when we have to make camp, we'll try to hide as best we can. There's also occasional raiders and hunters that will try to steal from us. So they usually don't bother the caravans, but since we're smaller, we might be a little bit more of a target. So if any of you see anything suspicious, please let me know so that we can try to hide. We do not want to mess with any of the Arctic raiders. So she's just kind of letting you know. And with that, I would like one of you to roll a d20 to determine what, if anything, will happen during the first leg of your journey.
I'm on fire with the rolls, you guys. I got this. 16.
16. Okay. So you are making your way through the caves, and so far it's been pretty quiet. Everybody's been quiet. There's stints of just everyone not really talking because no one wants a cave in, and you make it all the way through the caves and find that as you come through, and you see like some afternoon sunlight, but it is brighter just because you've been a little bit in the reflective dark, and your eyes are adjusting, and then you see this kind of large open plains of snow and ice and snow drifts and things like that. You continue to canter along on your horses, And then you notice that in front of you, the path has been blocked by some large drifts. That the sort of ice-packed road that would normally be here has been covered up by some pretty large, like maybe 16-foot high snow drifts, and it's too big to go through. You could try to go around it, you could try to go over it, but what would you like to do?
I try to melt it.
You could try to melt it.
I'm gonna cast a firebolt at it.
Okay.
One of them. Since you said there was multiple.
Why don't you make an attack?
Okay. See what that is here. Do that where I can actually see it. It's a 7 plus 10. 17.
Okay, 17. So that'll definitely hit the snowdrift.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't miss the big snow.
Yeah. As soon as the fire bolt hits the snowdrift, you'll see the snowdrift kind of wobble a little bit. It doesn't melt, but instead of a melting effect and steam like you would normally expect from ice and snow, instead it kind of absorbs into the snow, and what looks like snow kind of wobbles. The whole thing just kind of, and you get a weird, and from that it's you smell this sizzling, acidic, kind of acrid gas that has been emitted from fire going into something that is definitely not snow. And I need any of you to make a perception check or a survival check.
Let's do this one.
My perception's pretty
I'm
good.
really perceptive. I think you should let me do it. Of course, watch. This is going to be terrible. 18.
18. This snowdrift seems to be alive.
I'm also, my
some
sense
way.
of smell is like really good.
All right.
Can I smell anything?
As soon as Sarsa realizes something, I need all of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Something smells off here. To be honest, it's making me feel a little nauseous.
Sarsa, you have advantage because you can roll with advantage because you noticed something suspicious.
Then it's not a 7, it's an 18.
There you go. That's a success. 5. That's a failure.
No way.
25.
25 is success.
17
success. All right. So, Saeleas, unfortunately, you are going to take 22 acid damage.
Jeez.
As from this, what appears to be a snowdrift that just kind of wobbled, all of a sudden from the impact point from the firebolt, a spray of white, acidic, almost like lemon juice kind of looking white acid sprays on everybody. Now, everybody, Delleth and Popol. Oh, I should probably roll for Popol. Oh, Popol also gets hit, so he takes some acid damage as well. He's and Saeleas both get hit by acid, and they start kind of, shaking off their, like brushing off their clothes and trying to kind of like bat it away and that sort of thing. Everybody else seems to dodge. Yeah, you get hit as well.
Oh, no, Susanna, does she get hit as well?
Oh,
she's on the horse with me, actually.
Oh yeah. So I'll roll for Susanna. Susanna's fine. She holds up a shield that she's carrying with her, kind of like, but it does not block you. She's not. She wasn't quick enough to. She just instinctively kind of blocks herself, and it hits that, but it doesn't hit her. So with that, I need everybody to roll initiative.
Ooh, snap.
Okay, that didn't land straight. Initiative.
8.
17.
15. Nope, I didn't get a nat one. I got a 15.
10.
Oh, Purple rolled a 4.
At least I'm faster than my brother.
The creature got an 18, so it actually is going to go first, even though it just got an attack. So this snowdrift that's about 16 feet tall and pretty wide, like a good 22 feet wide, starts bubbling and whirring and I don't know if anybody has seen a giant ooze or a slime before in your fighting. Some of you might have. I'm kind of, this is my way of tying in Jeff's campaign. It's like the oozes are taking over. But this is an Arctic slime, and a giant Arctic slime. So it is taking the form of a snowdrift, but it's going to attack.
It's giving very The Thing right now. I feel
Yeah,
like.
it's very thing-like. So you see these kind of like pseudopods kind of reach out and are like flailing around. It did not like the fire that it got hit with, so it's going to attack. So it's gonna, let's see, 22. Jerrick, it's gonna attack you for 22 to hit.
I'm gonna cast shield and
Okay.
deflect it
Okay.
because my AC is
So-
21.
Okay. So, oh well, because your AC is 21 with shield.
No, it's without shield, so I'll add shield to protect myself.
Oh, okay, got you. Okay, so you managed to block it. You're still going to take half of the acid damage. So instead of 3d6, you're going to take. Well, let's see what you would have taken. 2. Not great. 10. So you'll take 5 acid damage.
Okay.
Could have been worse. And then it's also going to move. Blah 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 blah. And with its second attack, it's going to attack Delleth. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh, I'm just a small boy.
Small boy. So I'm gonna roll 6d6.
Ooh.
9. Oh gosh. 6. It's 15. 17. 27. 27 points of acid damage.
Oof. Is this an attack or an area of effect?
So it is an attack. It's not an
Right.
area effect. It's bludgeoning damage.
I will use my uncanny dodge, so as a reaction, I have the damage against me.
Okay. So
So I leap off
13.
the horse, I imagine.
Yeah,
Sorry,
so you leap off the horse, you leap off of Aerosmith, and he's like, yeah, don't want to close my eyes. And you leap off, and it hits Aerosmith, and he gets massively burned lips, and it makes his mouth really big, like Steven Tyler. And you leap off, but you still get some of the attack, some of the acid, and you take 13 acid damage.
Gotcha.
Because with a nat 20, I rolled 27 damage, but you managed to half that with your roguelike abilities. All right, that's its turn. Now it's going to go to Jerrick, followed by Saeleas.
All right, Jerrick is going to kick Gouda. What do you do to get a horse moving? The kind of like you use your steps to get it moving. Probably based on the previous animal handling, that probably does nothing. So he sort of like clambers down off the horse and leaves him there. He's going to do Hexblade's Curse.
Oh,
to give some bonuses to attacks, and then he's going to, I think he can cast with his. I think his sword is his like casting focus basically now. So he's going to kind of like draw his sword and slash at it, and out of that is going to fire an Eldritch Blast. So
nice.
Out of the sword comes the Eldritch Blast. He's going to launch that, which he gets 3 of, which are all separate rolls against this thing. Because of Hexblade's curse, a 19 or 20 counts as a crit. Okay. Oh, that's 20. Don't even need it.
Nice.
I cannot smite at a distance, so it'll just be 3 Eldritch Blasts, but there's a bonus to damage. Do you want me to roll 3 times, or do roll damage, roll damage, roll damage?
But roll 3 times.
Okay, second blast. It's going to be a 17. Third blast is going to be only a 13. How many hits is that?
It has an armor class of 11 because it's
nice.
Slime. So you hit all 3 times. Just let me know how much damage. We'll move on to Saeleas.
Okay.
Cool. I'm gonna cast Chromatic Orb.
Oh, there it is.
It's been a while, and I'll throw it. I'll use let's say lightning damage.
Lightning damage, you say? Okay.
Yes. Well, my firebolt did nothing, so who knows?
Okay.
Try lightning this time. Yeah. So Chromatic Orb, and I'll hurl it at it. Let's see. I am. Yes, in fact, supposed to roll for that. Okay. I don't remember which spells are reactions and which one are like require saving throws and which ones are attacks.
This is a roll. This is like a spell attack.
Yeah. That is a 15.
That'll hit.
Cool. Explodes in a little lightning burst.
All right. So when you do that and you attack this giant slime with the lightning of the chromatic orb, it splits into 2 smaller snowdrifts of white, shimmery, translucent ooze. And now there are 2 smaller, but equally intimidating. It kind of sizzles and sort of splits right down the middle. The good thing is some of the road has been shown, so you could single file try to go through it if you wanted to, but there's still oozes that are in front of you. So good job. Next up, do you want anything else, Saeleas, or is that okay?
That's all.
All right. Next up is Sarsa, followed by Delleth.
Okay, so I've got the oozes. They're kind of like they're kind of just like in front of us, right?
Mm-hmm.
How and sorry, were
each
any
one
of
is
the
about
other...
they were about the whole thing. The big one was about 16 feet tall. Now each one is about 10 by 20 feet.
And how
wide.
far apart are they from each other?
They're about a foot apart, so not
and
not
how
that far apart.
is Jerrick from them? Because he's right next to them, right?
Yeah, he's maybe 5 feet.
Ugh.
He's striking distance.
My problem is all my AoE would like hurt my boy toys, so
I did ranged attack, so I'm not necessarily in striking distance.
Oh, Jerrick, was your attack? I completely
you
forgot.
did Eldritch Blast.
Did you?
Yeah, he had to clamber off his horse, so he used
Yeah.
ranged attack, which did 32 force damage, by the way.
Yeah.
Before Saeleas made 2 of them, so I'm not necessarily. I'm wherever my horse was.
Oh, 32. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, like in theory, they have a bit of like I'm trying just to. Basically, what I'm trying to clarify is like none of my allies are like right up on them, right?
Jerrick is near it. Distance. Okay. Yeah. So no
He's
one's
not within
near
10
it.
feet of them, right?
No one's near it. Yeah. No one's right up on it.
Sorry, did you need my damage from that thing?
I didn't get your damage either.
Do you need it?
Yes.
Or is it okay? It was a 19.
All right, so 19 damage from the lightning. Okay, and then it split, and then Zach, you said 32. So it's now split into two oozes. What would you like to do, Sarsa?
Okay. She's going to shout to the group, and she's going to say, "Cover your ears, loves." And she's going to point her finger at, like, basically the space. Earmuffs. Jerrick is very used to this. And basically she's going to cast Shatter, like, right between the two oozes. And yeah, so give me 2 seconds though, because I don't think I set this up. She's gonna cast it as a 4th level spell.
Good
So
thing you're out of the
basically they have
caves.
to make what?
Good thing you're out of the caves.
Yeah. They have to make a con save.
Okay. It's actually con's pretty good for oozes.
A creature made of inorganic materials such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage, but I'm guessing they are.
Yeah, they're good. One of them got 10. One of them got
Thunder damage, by the way.
16. Okay, thunder damage.
The DC is DC is 17, so they both fail.
All right. So one of them, with the thunder damage, reverberates into this giant splatter of ooze all over the road. One of them gets shook into its core and shakes violently. Like when you see a speaker go off and things kind of like you see like slow motion water ripple. It's sort of like that. It's like it just kind of shakes really crazy, and there's a bunch of impact points, but it's still around. It's still there, but it looks fairly weak. Is that the end of your turn?
That's my turn.
Pretty good. So one of them has been destroyed. The other one is still there, but it looks pretty bad. Delleth, what would you like to do?
Oh yes, you said the magic word. You said weak. So I'm going to use some insightful fighting to exploit that weakness.
Okay.
I get to make an insight check against the creature, and they can test with their charisma.
Perception. Nice. The charisma of this giant Arctic slime is 3. It has a -4. So I'm gonna hope real hard that well, I rolled a 12, so that's an 8.
Okay. Well, I rolled a 14, so
okay. So it doesn't have much charisma.
Got him. So what do I see?
Well, I'll say that from previously what your party members have done. It's weak to lightning. You also know that it splits when impacted. You get the sense that like a heavy, thin impact, like slashing, would probably also split it, but the other forms of attack would just hurt it. So depending on your strategy here, like that's kind of what you're looking at.
Gotcha. Well, let me see what I got. Okay, how would getting back on Aerosmith the horse and attempting to trample the ooze, how would that suit you? Too many things at the same time?
Well, you could definitely get back on the horse. You know that it's still like this is it's a medium creature now. Or actually it's a large creature. Before it was huge. So now it's large, and it is still dangerously acidic, so stomping it with it's a little too big to try to stomp with your horse, even though it's a giant horse.
Gotcha. Okay.
It might hurt Aerosmith.
We wouldn't want that. Okay, in which case I'll go with I have a short bow.
Okay.
So I'm gonna hit it with the short bow. And I should be able to get sneak attack because I know its weakness.
Okay. Is it a magical bow?
I don't think I have any magical items, but we could say I picked up a magical bow somewhere along the way.
Yeah, I mean, you're level 15.
Maybe we could get like special arrows instead of a special bow.
Yeah, maybe the bow itself is not, but maybe if you want to use a special arrow, like maybe you have some elemental arrows. So knowing that, what kind of elemental arrow would you like to use?
Well, either thunder or fire, I think is what I would prefer.
Yeah.
So
you saw both of them fairly effective against the creature. What would you like to use?
Let's go with thunder.
Thunder. Okay, so you shoot an arrow at it. Give me an attack.
All right. What's that? That's a 1.
Oh no! Oh, but you get advantage, right? Or no? Is it advantage or
a sneak attack without advantage? So I would, if I hit, I would get the extra dice from a sneak attack, but I don't get advantage to the attack itself.
Right. Okay. So unfortunately,
you
know what effect would have on it. But you shoot the arrow, and then here's what happens. With a 1, you're like, aha! I finally get to use these cool arrows, and then it kind of like, it sort of doesn't go well. You're a little shaken. You're a little intimidated by like, I want to show off in front of my brother. It shoots off in the wrong direction and goes wide, and then kind of off in the distance, way beyond the ooze, this thunder arrow goes off, kind of explodes into the snow. So no effect on the slime, and didn't look like it hit anything else either. But
okay, out of shame, I'll use my bonus action to hide.
Okay, you hide behind Aerosmith.
I meant to do that. I murmur as I hide under Aerosmith.
You hear Popol say like, "Nice job, brother." Next up is Susanna, who's basically just gonna take. She's not gonna attack. She is not really in it for the fighting. She's gonna sort of try to get Saeleas a little bit out of the way, seeing that you got hurt. So she's gonna be like, "Oh, whoa! All right, let's back up a little bit," and she's gonna sort of back away and try to go around where the dissipated ooze was, and move forward a little bit, like outside of the blast range.
I see an opening there.
Yes. Then Popol is going to attack it. So he has a spear that he picked up from a guard, and he's going to. All right, I'll give it a shot. Oh, he got a 16 with his spear, so he just kind of stabs the ooze. It does hit. So let's see. What is my spear damage? Okay. A whopping 2, because it's not magical. So it's not enough to kill it. But he just goes in, and then as soon as it does that, he pulls the spear out, and the acid has sizzled the end of the kind of cheaply made spear. It's not a great spear. Now it's just a piece of wood with acidically melting metal. And he's like, this was my only weapon. He's very upset. That's all right. We go back up to the top of the initiative, and it's the ooze's turn again. And with sort of violent ferocity, this ooze is on its last leg, or well, it doesn't really have legs, but it's on its last ooze pods, and it's going to make another acid spray. Make sure. Yep. And okay, each creature in a 15-foot cone. We'll say some of you dissipated away, so not Saeleas this time. but I'll say Sarsa and Jerrick and Delleth. I need you to make another dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy.
If they're in 10 feet of me, which I try to keep Sarsa in, maybe one other person, you can add 5.
Okay. Both of you are within
what do
10
we
foot.
add?
5. Add 5 to your roll.
Me to 13.
13. Okay.
23 for Delleth.
23.
Add 5.
Did you add 5, Carlos? Well, it's fine. You passed.
28. Yeah.
20. Okay. Jerrick, what'd you get?
16.
16. Okay. So 16 will succeed. 28 definitely succeeds. 13 does not. So Sarsa, you take 22 acid damage.
Ow.
And
I know I said I wanted an acid peel, but this is a bit much.
Oh no, are you okay?
And then immediately after,
Jerrick.
Put some snow on it. Put some snow on it.
the horse that you're on, Jameson also takes some acid damage, and it kind of like it's a little hard. You know, it does not like it. It's eating through some of the. Luckily, it's very fuzzy and it has a lot of hair, so it's eating through some of the hair. So it's got a little bit of like, you know, heavy metal rock, you know, when their hair gets kind of like split ended and it's all different colors and everything. So Jameson has some kind of wicked looking burned hair. It does not smell great. So
but he looks really cool, right?
It looks cool, but it's not great for your horse. Then it's gonna go to Jerrick. What would you like to do?
I will charge it, and actually first I will cast a spell, Spirit Shroud.
Okay.
Which will add radiant. I'm cloaked in spirits, and it adds radiant energy to my attacks.
Jerrick looks real cool, glowing.
And then I will attack.
Kind of got this ethereal aura around him, almost like there's a spectral Jerrick immediately following the real corporeal Jerrick. Okay, make your attack.
First attack, 18.
That'll do it. Give me damage on that attack.
It's going to be 9 plus another 8 for the Spirit Shroud, which comes to...
And what kind of damage is this?
Radiant.
Radiant is with your sword?
Yeah.
So is it slashing radiant or just radiant?
The strike is slashing, and then it adds 2 radiant damage.
Okay. So here's what happens.
Magical slashing.
Magical slashing, fair. So you slash it. Here's what happens. This is kind of interesting. You slash it, it splits into 2 medium oozes.
Oops.
But because it's right on the cusp of splitting, it goes and then it sort of destroys it because it's just enough to kill it. So that's how you killed the giant Arctic ooze. Woo!
Yay!
You split it in half and destroyed it with the power of the sun. So it sort of fizzles into, it kind of loses its bubble, and the rest of it sort of just disintegrates into the snow, and it leaves this, you know, kind of eats through the ice, and you almost see like this brown earth that's been acid torched down underneath a little hole, a large crater of where it was. And you can go back on your horses. You can take a minute to patch your wounds if you need to. Susanna's like, well, I've never seen one of those before, but that was not pleasant. Is everyone all right?
Jerrick will rush to Sarsa and use lay on hands to heal the acid damage.
Oh.
I'm fine. You're fussing. You told me you
Hold
weren't
still.
gonna fuss.
Hold still, I get it. I can take care of this.
Hey, I'm a little hurt too, says Popol. And, listen, I know you're concerned about your girlfriend and everything. I mean, she's...
Sarsa's stronger than any of us. Heal me.
For a second, Jerrick turns to Popol, like glaring, and then kind of like lets that drop and goes over to let me see how much lay on hands I have. What, Sarsa, what was your damage? 20 something?
20 technically, because I think I took some damage earlier. I'm down like 26 hit points.
All right, so I'll go over to Popol. Is Popol injured?
He did take some acid damage, yeah.
So I have 4.
Sarsa can heal, so
yeah. Jerrick's like, I'll do everything.
Well, he's only got 4 lay on hands left, so he'll go give that to Popol. He's got also healing
thank
spells.
You so much. That's very generous of you to give me all your healing that's left.
I'll use some cure wounds on myself.
I did all. Sarsa, I healed everything.
Oh, you did already.
Yeah.
All right.
But Popol and Saeleas would probably also appreciate a little top up.
Ooh, me.
I'll go over to Popol and I'll do some cure wounds. How bad is Popol left?
So here's the interesting thing. You notice as soon as he gets a little bit of healing, and after about half a minute, he starts to look even better on his own. It's almost like he's got some regenerative abilities built in.
Nice.
Oh, I'm all right. I'm all right. I please help your other friends.
Yes. Hello.
I feel pretty good.
I see that. All right, Saeleas, get over here.
Please. Okay.
But does anyone have any other weapons? My spear seems to have disintegrated. Brother, do you?
I have a light crossbow you could use.
Oh, that would be lovely.
There you go.
How bad is Saeleas?
He's down about 21.
Okay. I will do a level 4 cure wounds. Give me a second, I'll tell you.
Okay.
That is.
All right. As you guys are, you can
I'll be 19 damage healed on you.
There we go. We'll say you take a couple and you take a little bit of time. You can even credit yourself a short rest if you want. There's a little bit of time to heal and use hit dice if you want to top off whatnot. Susanna says, all right, let's move on, and you continue your journey. So after about an hour, it seems to have calmed down. There hasn't been anything on the horizon, but it is getting a little bit dark. And there's talk of maybe making camp soon and trying to do that. Would you like to press on through the night, or would you like to camp?
I'm tired.
Saeleas also votes to camp.
I'm tired.
First a stick a nap, then fire the missiles. Wait, who invited Maya? Whoa.
All right. Do you want to camp for the night?
Oh yes,
I think so.
Okay.
I could use some more spell slots back.
Susanna says, listen, I know the first bit of the journey was a little rough with the killer snowdrift or whatever you want to call it, but I there are still some things out there. We need to be sort of aware of dangerous things, so we might want to take shifts to keep an eye out. I can take the first watch, but we'll need at least 2 more people that can relieve me, and then someone else that can take the last watch.
Yeah, I'll get it.
I'll take one. I'll take a watch as well. Give the midnight one. I've got good night vision.
All right. So Saeleas and then Jerrick. Okay. Okay.
I can just barely do Saeleas' voice after being sick last week.
That's all right. So you all get some sleep, some much needed rest after the excitement of the day. And is there anything anybody wants to talk about or discuss or anything before you fall into rest?
Sarsa knocks the hell out.
Yeah. Very tired.
She's very tired.
Unless Popo goes to sleep immediately, probably some amount of conversation happens without Delleth or Popo, whether we have it right now or just implied.
Yeah. We can have that. So Susanna has some of the gear that she packed includes these little almost like igloo tents. They're lined with fur and fairly warm. And then after she helps put those up, and some of you might help construct those as well. She kind of packs on some snow around it to sort of hide the tents so that it's harder to see in the dark, and they just kind of look like other snow drifts. So you're pretty well insulated, and you're pretty well hidden, aside from maybe a small fire that you have in the middle of the 3 tents that you have. So so maybe in the tent with Popol and Delleth, y'all are sitting quietly, and brother, I can't thank you enough for rescuing me. Gods, I can't believe you're alive. I can't believe I'm alive. I don't even know if I am.
Truly, the curse has likely been punishment enough. Though, one could argue some punishment probably deserved. Not this one. Not that bad. But,
yes.
You were not up to good things when we last saw each other, Popo.
Yes, this is true. I wish I could give you more information on who bestowed this upon me, but it's almost as if it was in another lifetime. It was just a blur, and I remember feelings. I remember fear, frustration, regret.
Do you remember names, perhaps? Titles? Any mentions of lands far away?
No. I remember Father. I wasn't there, but I know he was negotiating with someone about protecting the land. But, he mentioned something about, I'm going to do something I regret, but it'll make sure that we're safe. And then I was out making a fool of myself and trying to steal things and, not being particularly responsible. But I heard about this contest that came upon, that sprung up, and everybody was saying, oh, there's this great prize, and Rimeharbor would be safe, and it would be a mecca for all these people coming. And so when I went to investigate, and I went to confront Father about it, that's when it all sort of went blank. I remember seeing him. I remember seeing that large man, that half giant, and then I just remember blackness. And then when the next time I woke up, I was in the cell in the dungeons. And I felt
down there quite a
cold.
while.
Yes, I've been down there for years.
Which means this contest has also been going on for years.
Yeah.
Things are not well in the kingdom. Might be a bit of an understatement.
I don't think Father knew what he was getting into. I think he was trying to protect the land, protect his people. I think I was captured as a bargaining chip. almost like a blackmail. I
Well,
feel
for a man-
I feel the fool for playing the part.
Oh, you are. Most certainly. Foolish. And for a man who could talk himself into the position that Father did, it's truly astounding that in the many years since he has not been able to talk his way out of it. So, truly, I fear what sort of powers have been invoked or involved in this situation, that both of you have been put in such dire positions. At least you're alive. I'll give you that much. You had the dignity of not bestowing your death upon my soul. Thanks.
Yes. Do you think he's still alive? We left the keep without checking on him, his well-being. I mean, he's in charge, but he's not really in charge. I'm afraid my escape and act of rebellion, I'm afraid I might have doomed him even further.
I suspect that whatever web is being woven with this contest, with whatever involvement in this realm from other powers, other sinister forces, I figure part of it has been setting two pawns against each other, so to speak, by you wouldn't have been alive if it wasn't able to manipulate Father, and likewise, I think if they want anything from us, or to be able to manipulate us, then it would not behoove them to immediately eliminate Father in this position. Do you understand?
Yes, I believe you're right. I just wish I could have done something. I wish I feel stronger now, but I was so weak, and they kept me so weak, and all they fed me was this blood, and I couldn't help myself. I am truly a monster now. Monster with a heart, perhaps.
Perhaps. There will come a moment that you may have your revenge. And maybe it will cost you even more than has already been taken from you. But when the time comes, I do believe you'll get to make the choice.
When I have that chance. And you can see his veins kind of popping a little bit in his forehead. He's just kind of trembling a little bit. He's like, when I have that chance, I will strike. And he kind of slams down on the floor. And as he does that, you see this kind of reverberation coming off of Popol, and he sort of zips and disappears for a split second, and then appears again right behind you. What?
You couldn't have done that in your cell? What was that?
I don't
Just
know.
holding on to it this whole time?
Shut up! Stop it! I don't know what just happened. Maybe it's whenever I slam into the ground.
Can you
He tries
try
it again. Not sure. This is awkward.
Maybe you have to be really angry. And I reach over and I just pinch his nipple.
And he just disappears. And you hear outside of the tent, "Don't do that again."
It worked.
So Pulp comes back in, and you have unlocked his ability to rage. And that's what we know for now. Any other discussions or anything else before you guys go to bed? Sleep falls upon the camp, except for Susanna, who takes first watch. All right. About 4 hours go by. Nothing happens. Some of you have restless sleep. Some of you sleep better than others. Saeleas, you get woken up by Susanna. She is a bit hazy, and she's like, all right, old elf. It's your turn. And then just kind of falls and nuzzles in her big things of fur. The horses are by the way kind of safely off to the side, and they're just grazing a little bit, or not grazing, but it's ice and snow, but they have furs on top of them, so they're okay.
I was just saying they don't seem disturbed or anything. They seem pretty chill.
Yeah,
no pun intended.
All right, Saeleas, give me a perception check for your watch, your night watch.
Okay, it's my perception anyway. I got a 7.
Okay. Nothing.
I'm not perceptive.
Nothing to your knowledge. I mean, it's dark. There's a little bit of light from embers from the fire. You're sitting kind of close to the door of the tent that was set up. You hear the horses being very quiet, occasionally stomping on the hard packed snow. You don't really notice anything suspicious. So time goes by, and
just playing around with like prestidigitation and like making the fire do interesting things.
you're like very quietly like prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
Light.
Shape water.
Yeah, just a very quiet little spell. Gust. And then so time goes by. You wake up Jerrick.
Jerrick.
Dad. Sorry. Yeah, I'm good. I'm up.
You sure?
Yeah.
Great.
Sorry,
It's your turn, buddy.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Did you see anything?
Everything seems perfectly normal out here.
All right.
It's a lot of snow.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, you rest up.
Will do.
All right. Jerrick has gotten 8 hours of sleep, is fully rested. Saeleas goes to sleep. And Jerrick, I need you to make a perception check.
Pretty good. 23.
23. Pretty confidently, as dawn is early approaching, a little bit earlier in the north here. You don't see anything. You're pretty confident that you've made it through the night, or you're going to make it through the night without any beasties or creatures coming up to you. So the 4 hours go by, and you're okay. Some of you who have slept the whole night get up a little bit earlier. Susanna gets up and starts taking care of the horses, and pulls out some rations. It's like, dried beef and some. She grills up some eggs and things that she's taken with her. Pretty resourceful, having this ranger dwarf with you. So she cooks up some stuff and hands out some rations, some bread. Everything's kind of cold, as much as she cooks something, and then immediately when you get served, it's like cold. Cold eggs, cold bread, cold meat. But at least it's salty and good. So everybody gets a long rest. You can credit yourself with a long rest and get back any spell slots, and you feel good. And then, so after some time, you go back on the path that was left by the caravan, and you make your way towards the next big area, which Susanna, after a few hours, points out. You come over a ravine, and you see, Susanna says, all right, everybody, tread carefully. We're coming up to the Candle Melt Falls. We have to be again, careful. Any sound, loud noises might cause avalanche or shifting of the ice to fall, and it could be disastrous, not just for us, but for local wildlife as well. So tread carefully and tread quietly. We'll have to move. Might be moving a little bit slower with the horses, or if we want to go faster, we could let them go free here and move on foot and probably go a little bit faster. What would you like to do? Do you want to stay on the horses and move a little slower, or
I'm happy
because
with
it's kind of like mountainous ravine, so it's a little bit trickier for the horses to navigate, but you can stay on them if you want, or you can get off and walk.
I'm fine with the horses.
I'm okay with walking.
Either way. Anyone have a strong feeling one way or the other?
Where will the horses go?
We'll set them off into nature, and they'll probably head back, or they might head back, or they'll probably go south.
You don't need them?
Well, I'll find them later. They tend to just kind of herd together, and I can track them. There's only a little bit further, couple hours to go, and I want to get you guys, and then I can always find the horses. That's not a problem.
All right. Well, that's fine then. If we can get there a little faster.
All right. And she kind of talks to the horses and is communicating with them in her way and says like, all right, go on, and so you all dismount, get some stuff, you put it on your backs and head on foot. The horses kind of, except for one who is a little bit confused, all the horses kind of canter and gallop away, and then but they stick together. They're pretty used to like just doing their thing. So it's a bit of a risk, but Susanna's like, I promise to take you guys there. So you start making your way into the descent of the Candlemelt Falls, which is essentially a frozen waterfall that's going down into a ravine. This used to be perhaps a flowing river going into a kind of crevasse, but now it's just a giant frozen waterfall of ice, and it's this reflective blue, almost like crystalline light that's coming off from the sun hitting the ice. It's beautiful, but it's also very dangerous. So I need everybody, as you're climbing down, to make we'll say an athletics check if you want to kind of climb down with your strength, or you can make a acrobatics check if you want to kind of try to like slide down every once in a while and like be fancy and navigate the ice.
Jerrick's not fancy. You got an 11.
Okay, couple of slips here and there, but you're climbing on, going slow. Yeah.
That was a nat 20, so I'm a 28.
Nice.
Sarsa is a mountain goat of a climber, and and just come on, Jerrick, and just pulling him along, and at one point you even swear you might have seen Sarsa like use her horns to like dig into the ice wall and like climb and get her bearings and like pull out and just like move along, and she's it's like you were made for this.
But just her tail's in like a small
it tails like tails like a little piton and nice. All right, Saeleas, what'd you get?
I got 12. Acrobatics.
Okay, so Saeleas is like, whoa, just kind of sliding down every once in a while. All right, Delleth, what did you get?
Also a nat 20.
Ooh. Nice. Okay. So, all right. So Delleth and Sarsa are both kind of out climbing each other and like and a couple little jumps, so like sliding down ice poles and tethering back and forth. Popol rolled decently as well. He got 17, so he's trying to keep up with you, but not as fast, but pretty good. So I'll say all of you managed to do pretty good. At the bottom of the crevasse of the ravine, you see a small hut, and it's almost like a stone, and there's a chimney and there's smoke coming out of it, and it's just kind of down there. And then you could the path is unblocked. It's not blocking the path, but there is a small like single dwelling kind of stone hut that's down at the bottom of this ravine, in a place that doesn't really make much sense for it to be.
Well, that sounds like a great place to have a house to me. No one's there.
Yeah, no one's there. Well, you don't know. I mean, there is some smoke coming out of...
Okay, that's what I was going to ask.
There is some smoke, some steam smoke coming out of a small chimney.
Oh, this place looks friendly. We should go see.
Would you like to go in or go up to the door?
I'm curious what everyone else would say if I said that.
Delleth is like, let me scope this out for a minute, and I'm going to use Unerring Eye, which just means I can sense the presence of illusions, shape changers, other magic within 30 feet.
Okay, interesting. You just automatically see anything like that?
Yes.
Okay.
And I sense that the effect is attempting to trick me, but I can't gain any insight into what is hidden or its true nature. So I just kind of like spidey sense, kind of.
Yeah. So here's the interesting thing. You see this hut. Nothing about the structure itself seems off to you, but you get a sense that something is not quite what it seems, maybe from within. You can't see anything that's different, but you're definitely picking up on like there's something here. I just can't quite tell.
Approach with caution, friends. It seems that the outside and the inside may not truly match when we get up there.
Any objections if I go knock?
Why are we knocking on the weird hut? We could not also.
It's right here. Why would we not?
Yeah.
How often do you find a hut in the bottom of a ravine underneath a frozen fall?
That's kind of a reason to be cautious, right?
I always say it's better to regret something you have done than to regret something you haven't done.
Okay, well...
Zuzana says, I, for the record, don't know who lives here or why someone would live here. Sometimes it doesn't look like a raiders facility or some place that... I mean, sometimes there's hermits that come out, and it's probably some wayward hunter, that lives out here and wants to be alone. So I'd say let's best leave him alone.
Oh, well, that's fair, but what if they have supplies that they need or that we could trade with? Or should we just move on? That's fine.
She kind of she's like, whatever you want to do. I'll be over here.
Doesn't sound like there's a great deal of enthusiasm for going in, so I think Saeleas would go with what the party wants and kind of hang back.
Zach wants you to.
Matt wants
Jerrick is more cautious.
Popol says, Well, I, for one, could use a cup of tea or maybe some sort of warm beverage. I don't know. My feet and extremities are freezing, so I mean, if nothing else, I maybe
Well,
just...
if Popol needs it, then yes, we should go. And I go up and I knock on the door.
Brother?
I'm okay with knocking, but I'm not going to be at the front. I'll be hiding behind someone.
All right. Saeleas takes point, knocks on the door. A couple moments go by, no response. And then all of a sudden,
Oh, guess
you
what's
hear...
home?
And then on the other side of the door is a small man, looks humanoid. He's got a silver kind of white beard, thick bushy eyebrows, but he's short. He's not dwarf or halfling, but he's definitely just like a shorter human. He's balding on top. He's wearing kind of a dark velvety blue robes with a fur kind of lining. And he says, "My travelers, I wasn't expecting you, or anyone for that matter, well, no one ever comes around here, but if you've come to visit, I dare say you might come inside before you freeze to death."
Thank you, good sir. My name is Saeleas, and I'm traveling with my friends here. We saw your hut and thought it was curious to be in such a place.
Saeleas.
Hey, can I just real quick, because this is real sketchy. Like, can I just, what's the vibe check? Can I, at least as visual, or like,
Sure.
Do I smell like, does this guy smell like patchouli? Like, what, like, as somebody who is like maybe not necessarily engaging in the conversation, but definitely observing it very closely, like, what's the vibe here?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll insight.
15.
He's very friendly. He seems genuine. He doesn't seem like he's completely forthcoming saying everything, but he seems, genuinely interested in welcoming you in.
Okay. I am
Delleth,
still watching.
Delleth, however, as soon as he opens the door, you see this old man, and Delleth, you still have this ability to kind of see through illusion and trickery and whatnot. Not necessarily to see what it is, what the illusion is, but immediately when you see this old man, you see this aura of glowing kind of shimmering kind of silver eminence coming from him, and you get the sense that he is not who he appears to be. And that's where we'll stop for the night.
Spooky.